This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, we complete this series, right? Okay. Okay. Today, one more program. Okay. It is recorded, right? It is recorded, and you can see. Good evening, Chandrasekhar and Chamu. Okay. Like we do some more programs. Okay. Before that, save this as a 14 September 2022 C language arrays. Right. Okay. Example on array initialization. Example on array initialization at the time of declaration. Okay. Example of array initialization at the time of declaration. Hash include stdio dot h hash include next use void main. Here we have local declaration. Okay. Instead of single variable, okay, I'm declaring a array. What is the maximum size of this array? 3. It means I can store up to 3 values of integer type. Okay. You have to use flower bracket or roster bracket. It is called square bracket. It is called roster bracket or flower bracket. I want to store 3 values. Okay. So this is the way of initialization. Way of initialization of the array at the time of declaration. At the time of declaration. Next, one more array. One more array we can declare like this also. Either we can mention the maximum size or we can give the empty space. Means we can declare n number of values. If you don't mention maximum size means we can declare or we can initialize n number of values like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, n number. Okay. So there are the two ways to initialize an array at the time of declaration. Here I am declaring array A and array B. Either we can give the maximum size or we can give the no size. Here we can give only 3 values. Here we can give n number of values because we does not mention any size, maximum size. Okay. Recording stop. Okay. Okay, beta. I will share yesterday's class. Okay. All the class, all the videos I have uploaded in our YouTube channel. Okay, na? Next, I need one more variable I. Next, use clear screen. It is optional. Okay. This clear screen is stored in console input output header file. That's why we should add, we should include console IO. C1 means console. Okay. Now I want to print. I want to print. Printing the array elements. Okay. It is a comment section. Okay. Printing the array elements. Okay. Printf slash n. Nothing but new line. The elements of A. The elements of A. Nothing but array A. Okay. Next is slash n. Nothing but new line always for I is equal to 0. Every time we should take I is equal to 0. Why? Because array start with 0. This one is A of 0. This one is A of 1. This one is A of 2. Here this 100 is B of 0, B of 1, B of 2, B of 3, B of 4, like that. Okay. So every time I value should start with 0 and end with I less than. How many elements are there? 3. It should not be less than or equal to. It should be less than always. Okay, na? Next, increment. Next, increment. Here, use printf. Use printf. I'm printing D. Why? Because these are the integer types. So percentage D. But one more thing, if you want more space, then use 5D. 5D means it will give the space between two numbers or two integers. Okay, na? Percentage 5D. And it will print A of I only. Initially I value 0. So it is nothing but A of 0. What is A of 0? 10. So it print 10 value. Next I value increases to 1 by using I plus plus. So now I value is 1. A of 1. What is A of 1? 20. Next time I value is 2. So what is the A of 2? 30. Okay. So this is the thing. And one more thing. Okay. If you have only one statement, if you have only one statement between two brackets, between open bracket and closing bracket, then no need to mention, no need to mention this. Okay, no need to write down. Okay, but because you are the new to the C language, okay, use this one. But if you have only one statement between two brackets, like in for loop or while loop or in do while loop, in if else condition, okay, in case in wherever, If you have only one statement, then no need to mention the brackets, roster brackets. But it is better to mention the brackets. Why? Because it looks some sense. Because some non-IT people, if they check this, okay, they can easily understand our program. Okay, na? So this is about printing the elements of array A. Now I want to print the elements of array B. Okay. Now how can we use printf slash n means it will print the next line. The elements of array B. The elements of array B. Okay. You can use two times or you can use whatever may be. Like if you use two times means two new lines. Okay. After it will print after two lines. Okay. We use slash n also, no problem. Mm. Now for to print elements of array B, again we need for loop. Here I is equal to 0. Sir, here I value is 2 now, right? I less than is equal to 3. It means here I value is 2. First I value 0, 10. I value is 1, 20. I value 2, 30. So sir, here I value is 2, right? It will I value is 2 till this loop only. When it is come out from that loop, I value will become 0 or nothing. Okay, na? So here I am initializing I is equal to 0 here. Again, I less than or equal to 5. Why? Because I have 5 values, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It should not be less than or equal to. It should be less than. Next, I plus plus. Again, okay. For practice purpose, use these brackets for single. Okay, na? Printf percentage D. You can use percentage D, or else you can use percentage 3D or percentage 5D or percentage 7D, depending on the space between two characters. Okay. Next, close the bracket. Okay, close the main bracket also. This is about initialization of array elements at the time of declaration. At the time of declaration. Simply it is like this. Int x is equal to 5. It is as simple as int x is equal to 5. Okay. Int x is equal to 5. Okay. Any doubt, beta, regarding this? Hmm. Okay, Kavita, Chandra, Chamu, any doubts? Good doubt, beta. 5D means, okay, if you want to give some space between two numbers, if you want to give space between two numbers, at the time you can use 3D, 5D, 7D like that. Okay, na Chamu? Very good. Next. One more example on accepting values into array using scanf, or else we can call it is a runtime. At a runtime. at runtime. Okay. Example on accepting values into array using scanf. Nothing but at runtime. Okay. One is at the time of declaration, that is called compile time, and one is using scanf, which is called at runtime. Okay. Same hash include stdio.h hash include console.h void main. Here same again. Okay. One array which is the name of a, and I need n. Okay. Here a of 10 means maximum size is 10. We can give 3 values, we can give 4 values, we can give 7 values, whatever may be. Okay. That indicates this n. That indicates this n. Okay. Next, clear screen, printf slash n, enter size of array below 10. It doesn't mean that it is a below 10 or something. Okay. Why? Because it accepts only 10. If you give 11 also, it doesn't accept. Why? Because the maximum size is 10. Okay. But mention the number below 10, or we can give, okay, 10 also. Okay. So it will give the 10 elements. Okay na? It will prompt you to enter 10 values. It will prompt you to enter scan 10 values. Scanf. Okay. Percentage d ampersand n. Okay. So that value stored in address of n. The value stored of size of array, which is nothing but stored in address of n. Okay. For example, if you enter n values 4, it means you can store up to 4 values in that array. Enter percentage d elements. Enter percentage d element. Sir, what is the percentage d here? Okay. Here the percentage d is nothing but n value. The percentage d is nothing but n value. Okay. Here. Okay. Whatever you use this percentage d, percentage s, percentage f, you have to mention here. Okay. So now this percentage d is nothing but n. For example, if you enter n is equal to 4 or n is equal to, for example, 7. So here this percentage is nothing but 7. So it will ask you to enter 7 elements. It will ask you to enter 7 elements. It is a printf. Now by using for loop, I is equal to 0, I less than n now. Okay, I less than n. Why? Because it will start from 0. Okay, so that's why it should be less than n. It should not be less than or equal to n. Open the bracket. Okay, use scanf. Here, this scanf statement repeatedly executed. until this condition is false. Until this condition is false. Okay. Normally we can use this scanf for only one value. If you want to scan number of values at the time, use this scanf in the any loop, whether it is a while loop or whether it is a for loop or whether it is a do while loop. Okay. If you want to repeatedly execute or scan the number of elements at the time, use this type of loops. Again, percentage d. Scan is different than print. Sir, can we use this 5d here? No, because it scans the value. It does not print the value. It take as an input. It does not display as an output. So don't use percentage 5d or 3d in scanf. We can use only in the printf only. Okay. Why? Because when we display any numbers, okay, there should be some space between two numbers, right? Hmm. Okay. So that value stored in address of a of I. So it is a of 0, a of 1, a of 2. Ah, it's up to you, beta. You can use 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Scanf a of I. Close the roster bracket. Okay. Next, printf. Okay. This loop accepts the values. This for loop, it accepts the values. Now I want to print those values. Okay. This one is act as the input. Now one more for loop act as the output. Elements of A, array A. Okay. The elements of array. Again we need one more for loop. I is equal to 0, I less than n, same, I plus plus. Okay. Printf percentage. Here you can use 5d or 3d or 7d, whatever may be. Okay. Percentage 5d. Why? Because here we are printing. What I am printing? A arrays elements. Okay. Array elements. A of I. So first value I value is 0. So it is nothing but A of the क्या Okay. Close the bracket and close the main bracket. Close the main bracket. Okay na? So this is about initialization of array at the time of declaration and one more time at the time of runtime. Okay. Either you can take values, okay, at the time of declaration of the array or else at the time of runtime. Okay. Here we need two for loops. One for loop is accepting the values, another for loop print the values. Okay. So this is about arrays. Okay. The output is here. For example, if you see the output, it will ask enter size of array. below 10. Okay, I entered 4. I entered 4. It means I can have 4 elements. Now it will ask enter 4 elements. Enter 4 elements. Okay, it will be the output. Whatever you entered, it will store and scan by scanf function. Next it will print. You enter 30 and you entered 90, you can enter 50, you can enter 80. Okay, the last for loop, the second for loop, it will print the elements of A. It is 30, 90, 50 and 80. Okay, so this is accept the values and this one is for printing the values. Okay, so this is output. Okay, next one. Okay, write a program to accept 5 elements into an array and display values from last cell to first cell. Okay, it is my program. Like if it is a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, then it will print from reverse. Like a of 4, a of 3, a of 2, a of 1 and a of 0. I need that type of output. Use include. याद है मुझे। अच्छा तेरा वो बॉक्स इसका बॉक्स नहीं मिल गया। I need only 5 values. That's why I'm declaring 5. Okay. Next use clear screen. Next use printf. Sure. Printf enter 5 elements. I know. Okay, I want to enter 5 elements only. Okay, so that's why I can directly take 5 instead of using percentage %d. The first for loop is accepting the values, which is nothing but input the values. I less than. Here no need to write n. Directly we know it is a 5. Okay. Use scanf percentage d. Here don't write percentage 5d. Okay na? And this value stores in a of I. Every time I value changes and the array of k of I also changes. This is about to accept the values. Okay. Next one is the elements from last to first cell. Here also we need for loop. Why? Because we have 5 elements. So one printf is not enough. We have to write 5 printfs. Okay. Instead of that, but here don't take 0. Why? Because we have to print reverse in reverse order from last to first. So it should be I is equal to 4, I greater than or equal to 0. Here we should take equal. Why? Because the first element is a of 0. So we have to take I greater than or equal to 0. Next we can use minus decrement operator. It will decrease by 1 every time. Okay, in the for loop printf percentage 5d. Okay, a of I. Okay, so it will print a of I. What is the initial value of I? 4. So first it will print a of 4. Next it decreases. So it is 3, a of 3, a of 2, a of 1, a of 0, like that. Output. Okay, what will be the output, beta? What will be the output? Output is silence, beta. Who is this, Kavita? Okay, enter 5 elements. I want to enter 40, 20, 90, 60, and 50. So here this 40 is a of 0, this is a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, and a of 4. Now I want to print in reverse. So it will be 50, 60, 90, 20, and 40. Okay. The elements from last to first cell. Okay, so it will print first 50, next 60, next 90, next 20, next 40. Okay, so this is the output. Any doubt, beta, regarding today's? Okay, this is about our class. Tomorrow we will have some more programs. Okay, I will send 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional. Okay, after that we will start strings. Okay, any doubt, beta, regarding this arrays? Only చాము చాము అర్థమవుతుందా?